Welcome back to the Immigrant section. I'm your host, Abbas Wahab, and with me today is the lovely motherfucking Amar Singh.
What's up, everybody? How we doing?
Oh my God! Right away, don't talk to my listeners like that. You don't know them.
Okay. Hello.
All right.
My name's Amar Singh, and I'm happy to meet you.
A little bit better off. All right. I like that. That's a slightly better. Can we go from the top, Patrick? No. Okay. No. We're good. We're in it now. We're in it. Amar, welcome to the Immigrant section. You're the
Thanks
only
for
brown
having
dude
me.
I ever know who ever fucking bleached his hair blonde.
Yeah,
okay?
that is a thing that I did. It was a big hit within the community. A lot of people loved it.
Risky move, though, huh?
Yeah, no, I've seen it go south for a lot of people. And when I did it, I was like, okay, I might just have to shave all of my hair off. And I didn't. And then later I did.
And then later you did.
And then later I did.
What was the point where you're like, okay, I can't live this
Well, here's
bleached
the
blonde
thing,
hair anymore?
is I don't know how much you know about bleaching hair.
Not too much.
But we're about to get into it, Immigrant section.
All I know is like Cisco music videos, and
Sure.
I think Frank Ocean did it. That's it.
Yeah,
That's all I know.
Yeah, but when you don't have white people hair,
Yes.
if you
And
bleach your hair,
wait. Actually, on that point,
yes,
brown people kind of have white people hair, don't they?
yeah,
Right?
I guess yeah, it's a misnomer. I'm being racial.
Yeah.
I don't need to make it racial.
No. We are explicitly racial here.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
At the Immigrant
we go
section?
always
what
with
do
the
you
racial
mean?
angle. Yeah, exactly. I got a ticket today.
Yeah.
Was it racial? Probably.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say so.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
You know.
Let's kill that cop.
No, but brown guys, dude, you guys have that very like straight. And
I've
like,
been reading a history of India right
Yeah.
now because I'm like I should know
the British. You got
anything.
British in you, right?
Like I might have British in me.
You're a little lighter.
But like way back when, what they refer to as the Aryan race like colonized India like in like 200 AD
To get in on those spices,
yeah, no, spices.
if I understand history correctly, which
No,
I don't.
this was even before that.
Oh, okay,
This is like way back when, and so we have like a bunch of different groups like mixed in with India.
Yeah.
So we and white people have like similar hair structurally. Ours is just a lot darker and harder to bleach. It turns out. So if you bleach our hair like other Asian hairs, it turns orange instead of yellow.
Because your hair is black.
My hair's black. Yeah.
And like white people usually have like it's like
they don't have
black,
jet black
sometimes.
usually.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's usually a little off brown, you
Yeah.
know, and that holds a bleach blonde a little bit better, I guess.
Yeah, and so they bleach it and it just turns, whereas like I bleach it, it turns orange. I look like a insane anime character. It was terrifying. to
Yeah,
see.
dude. Because if you do watch anime, I don't know if you do, but anime, the characters are based solely on their hair.
Right.
Right?
It's
They
kind of
all
their
look the
whole
same. Yeah,
theme.
exactly.
Yeah.
What, you're talking about blue hair or red hair. And if a guy in an anime has a buzz cut, that's the writers telling you this is an irrelevant character.
Right.
You know
We
what
don't
I mean?
care about this guy.
Don't like be too nitpicky about the things, his dialogue.
Don't follow him. Don't stan him.
Yeah,
don't do fan art
exactly.
about this guy.
This is just
You're
a
not gonna see him
placekeeper.
again. Yeah.
He's buzz cutting. So how many days was it like you were like in the zone with that bleach blonde hair?
Well, because so it turned orange. I remember like right after it turned orange, we had like a friend of a friend.
But I saw it.
come
It
by.
was blonde for a minute.
for after.
For how long? Oh, okay.
So like friend comes by, and I was like, I guess.
Oh, bring the mic a little bit closer. There you go. There you
We
go,
good?
buddy. He's handling that fucking arm.
But like a friend came by. I hadn't met her before, and she came in. She looked at me and she said, "Oh no!" And I was like, "God, this isn't good."
Yeah. Oh my god. The day of.
Yeah, they have. So then, like, I had another friend like put other coloring in it, and then it turned the blonde that you saw, that people know and that people love, and that people tweet me online about and are all obsessed with.
It was the kind of blonde, like, imagine if a brown dude made it really big. Like, imagine that guy, that brown dude that just did Aladdin.
Yeah.
It's a kind of blonde that he would get. He would, like...
I modeled it after, like, Zayn Malik. You know him?
It's like something where it's like you blow up. Like, do you ever see that where, like... people get into the media a little bit more and they look kind of average, so they got to do crazy shit with their hair just to stay
look
relevant.
interesting at all. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, like you'll see basketball players now with patches of blonde.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Which is what I'm doing. My career's tanking.
Yeah. You
I'm
have to
already out
buzz
of the
it off.
limelight, so I had to go crazy.
Stocks dropping.
Yeah. So I only had it for a week and a half. And then after a week and a half, I tried to the roots grew in. I tried to do it up again, but I ruined all the color.
Oh, fuck.
And I was like, either I can fix this or I can shave it all off, which was the plan originally. And then I looked like a crazy preacher for a while.
Yeah.
I looked like a cult leader, genuinely.
You had it all the way down. Huh?
Yeah, it was scary. I think it scared a lot of people.
Yeah.
I found like on stage
because you had some lush pant, like for the listeners who are not familiar with Amar's previous hair, it was. I mean, dare I say, it was it was your best feature, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna go.
That's
ahead
fair
and
to say,
yeah.
right? It was like,
look, I don't have
it was
a lot
Hollywood
of other stuff
hair
going on.
You know what I mean?
You know?
Yeah, exactly.
I got the hair.
Yeah. Don't sell yourself short. You know, you're a good looking dude, right?
Thank you.
But that hair, my friend.
Oh my God, that hair.
That was leading man hair. You know.
People loved the hair more than they loved me.
Yeah.
And,
Absolutely.
And I think removing the hair really brought a lot of people's true emotions to life.
Yeah, I remember just talking to your hair. I wasn't even.
Yeah, not even looking
wasn't
me in
even
the
addressing
eyes.
you. Yeah. You're like, my eyes are down here. I'm like, I'm aware of that.
Yeah. my eyes are down here.
I'm aware of that.
Yeah.
What's it called? So what was the no, what I wanted to know is, how did your life change? It was like 1 or 2 days where you had it. You had it right. You were in the pocket as far as color wise.
Oh yeah, week and a half, it was good.
When you hit coffee shops, when you were just in, what was the public like?
Oh, it was
were people
good.
like? Was it? Were you?
it was good.
Did you feel like any level of privilege or anything like that?
It was definitely different, and like people smiled at me more in the street. People were nicer with me. They took their time more when they were talking to me, you know?
Yeah.
Like people loved me more. And I was like,
And you felt it.
This is unsettling.
Fuck.
That I am a hair change away from like living a
better life. Yeah. We all know this, but society loves to lie about.
And they like to be like, oh, you got to be yourself. I'm
Exactly.
like, no.
Yeah, exactly. I changed my hair color and people treated me better, period.
Easy. Yeah.
Okay, period. Yeah, you know, like I can objectively say I was treated better.
Yeah.
You know?
Something that I found very interesting though is that after I cut it off, right, I got nothing but positive comments while I had the hair.
With the buzz cut? With the cult look?
Or like with the blonde hair.
Pre-cult look, yeah.
People like that. After I get this cult look, people, and only white people will come up to me and they'd be like, hey man, I actually like the buzz cut. I didn't like the blonde. I didn't like the blonde. I was like, you never told me.
They waited till you got rid of it.
They waited till it was gone.
Yeah,
They're like, I never liked the blonde. I'm like, you just don't like because I took your thing.
Yeah,
I took your blonde thing.
It's too, right? It's too confrontational to come up to you with. It was too nice.
Yeah.
That's the problem, you know what I mean? Like, it was too nice.
Like, even if you didn't think it fit with, like, who I was, it still, on its own, like, looked good.
Yeah, exactly. I remember, dude, I was shocked. I was like, God damn, huh? Well, it went orange, right? You flew too close to the fucking sun, bro. That's what happens, bro. That's what happens.
I'm glad that I will be your vainest guest on the podcast.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
You've talking my hair for 45 minutes.
Yeah, right? If you think you're vain, you don't know Amar fucking Singh. Today you're rocking the bandana.
I have a bandana.
You're always going for a new look. You're trying to figure out your look. You know?
My genuine dream is to at some point be considered a style icon. So I'm trying out a bunch of stuff.
Legit?
You know?
Like you're being serious right now?
Yeah. Like I think in one day in the far future, I would like it to be like whatever I follow artistically, comedy mostly. People also be like, oh, he dresses really well. And like you're always doing something cool.
Yeah. Dude, you know what that makes me think of? I remember a couple of years ago, Kanye made a shirt with APC, which is like a clothing company.
Yeah.
And it was just a white tee. And it was like $120.
Yeah.
And like everybody was losing it. Like, how could a white shirt just be right? But then I was like, have you ever put a shirt on that's the perfect length?
Right.
The perfect bagginess?
Yeah.
The neck hole is perfect?
Yeah.
If you get every one of those things perfect, I'd be willing to pay $40.
Easy.
Right?
Yeah. If you could ensure
now there's
me this
people that
fit,
that are doing financially 3 times better than me.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
Yeah.
Right? So that justifies the 120 price tag.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's just the math
on that
of it,
does work out.
Right?
Yeah.
$40 for a perfect, like just fits. The sleeve length is perfect. You know what I'm talking about?
Here's the thing. I don't believe that shirt was the perfect shirt, but I believe that such a shirt is possible.
It's possible.
And could exist.
Yes. It's objective, right?
Yeah.
Right? You know, you like right now, your crew neck, it could be a little more open.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think so.
It could breathe a little bit more, right? We're just being objective.
Yeah.
You know
but
what I mean?
this is also my favorite shirt. I buy this shirt in bulk.
Is that Hanes?
This is not Hanes. This is like a weird store in Spadina called Cantex.
Cantex?
And the brand is Cantex.
Jesus. Do they have a lot of camo gear?
No.
Surprisingly none.
Surprisingly none.
Wow.
I want to say they do. They have a lot of like
thunk it?
They have a lot of like weird. It's supposed to be like an urban hip hop store,
like that
but
Japanese
it's run
style
by a
thing.
very old Indian man.
Huh.
And it's all like
That's
stuff.
alarming.
You're like, it seems almost like it would be cool, but there's something wrong with it.
Like quality wise.
Like quality wise, but also just like shape wise. There's like you have like a shirt with rips in it, right? This is a cool thing. So people wear shirts with rips in it, but there's too many rips. So it's just like a shitty shirt.
And some of them are not like, because sometimes when you buy a shirt that has rips in it, the perimeter of the rip is like double seamed.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it doesn't continue to propagate.
Exactly.
Some of these holes were just literally holes. I bet, right.
It's it's like they dropped the shirt into a dog cage, and the dog was like, "Oh, nice."
Yeah, right. And like when you stretch out, they're just gonna tear more.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Have you ever been to International Clothiers?
No, what is that?
Dude,
Is
you
it
don't
also
know
Spadina?
about that? No. It's like you know that store in a mall that always has 80% off clearance.
Sure. This is
And, like,
International Clothiers.
Yes,
Yeah.
and it's in their shell. I think their whole model is they buy like the quality, the didn't make it batch from all of the like the textile
Nice.
people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's all like stuff with threads popping out, zippers that are all misaligned and fucked. But it's 80% off. You know what I mean?
It's like, am I saving money if I shop here?
Yeah, right. Am I?
Which is the question. Where it's like, I don't know if I am. Maybe if I just bought nice shit, it would last.
That's like with H&M stuff. Sometimes I'll buy an H&M item, and it'll last forever. And I'm like, whoa, this is sick. And then sometimes H&M stuff is literally like a one-time use. kind of thing. Especially their jackets. I don't trust a cheap jacket.
I've never not been disappointed by their stuff.
Yeah?
I think, yeah.
If you get, H&M is one of the, and Zara too.
Yeah.
Those guys, they're like, we'll figure out what style is right now and we'll just make it.
Yeah, and we'll just throw it out there.
Aesthetically, yeah, exactly. We'll just make the aesthetic thing that's popular right now with no focus at all on like longevity.
Because they know people are just going to throw it away.
Yeah, it's going to be $7.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're not dry cleaning that $7.
Which is like, and then this is all happening. You're like, do we live in a good world?
Yeah.
Like, is this good for everything? And no, it's not. It's bad.
You know how I've been living though for like the past couple of years because I've moved so much. In the last 10 years, I've moved so many times that. By the way, we're gonna have to get to your backstory. That's the thing I always do here. But I was saying I moved so many times. I'm just in the habit of keeping minimal things. I'm not like actively trying to be a minimalist.
Yeah.
But I just like I enjoy not. Anytime I get a new thing, I like to give a thing away, you know?
Yeah.
And I was reading some book and there was like a whole philosophy of one in, one out, one out kind
which
of
is
thing.
smart, I think. Like I also try and keep like not a lot of stuff. I've also moved a lot. And in my
I've moved more. Yeah.
Okay, well I've moved they were harder. My moves were harder than
Okay,
yours.
I'll give you that.
I doubt they were.
Let's move on.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll be back right after these messages. Are you bald?
Are you bald?
But yeah, actually, yeah. So so you were originally from BC
No, so I'm what's that?
Are you Montreal cat?
No, I was born in California.
Damn, the story goes to America. I've got some Californian listeners. Shout out to California. Shout out to San Francisco. Shout out to the Bay Area. Shout out
Stanford.
to LA County.
I was born at the Stanford Hospital. That's what my mom tells me.
That's why you have that Stanford sweater.
Yes. Yeah. Well, my aunt got that for me later on.
Every third dude has a Harvard or Stanford sweater.
Yeah.
They've been on that campus.
Yeah. And I was there too.
Those gift shops do very, very well.
For everybody just trying to pretend that they're even tangentially associated with the school. Because we got this sweater. I think my mom, when I was like 17, like we have like family near the Stanford campus.
Yeah.
Much richer family, but they live near there.
They're doing well.
And my mom made me take a tour. She's like, you should take a tour. You might go here. I'm like, you don't get how school works.
Yeah.
I'm for sure not. I'm barely passing any of this shit.
Were you not doing well in high school? Oh, actually, no. Okay. Yeah. Before we get there, you were born in California.
Born in California.
Why? Were your parents working there?
Yeah.
So you're an American citizen?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So, my dad ended up there. I think he was working on satellites or something at the time. He's like an engineer.
Oh, shit. Dude, your dad's in the fucking CIA or
he's in the
FBI or
game.
some shit.
Yeah.
I think he was working on satellites or some shit. Who says that?
Me.
Don't you have any follow-up questions when he told you that? I was working on satellites or something.
I kind of feel like I should call him now and be like, hey, what was that satellites thing about?
Yeah, he's like, call me from a payphone. It's like, Jesus.
Where am I going to find a payphone?
Yeah, right? Yeah. And then you call him from a payphone and he's like, you actually found one?
Yeah, he's like,
no, cool. But yeah, literally I made satellites.
Yeah.
Call me tomorrow.
He's like, don't come in this payphone. It's actually more suspicious. You find the only payphone in the city. They can definitely track that.
Dude, payphones are all 50 cents now. You know how they used to be a quarter?
Oh, they gone up.
Yeah.
Inflation,
every time I see him, I'm like, 50 cents? You greedy motherfuckers, huh?
Who's paying this?
I don't know.
But yeah, so I was born there, and then like a year later, we moved to Seattle or Bellevue, small town outside of Seattle, And then I'm there until I'm 11. Parents moved to Surrey, BC, where my dad's parents are.
Surrey is a very brown-heavy community, right?
Brown-heavy community.
Yeah. It's the Brampton of BC, from what I understand.
For our Toronto specific listeners.
And if you don't know what Brampton is, it's the India of Ontario, Canada.
Right, yeah.
If you don't know what India is, you're fucking stupid.
Yeah. Read one book.
I don't know how to
fucking idiot.
Yeah. Try.
I'm going to say you're not the audience for this podcast. If you don't know what India is, just as conceptually, or maybe something happened. Maybe somebody hid that information from you, and I'm sorry for the life that you've lived.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Wait. Spices are not from England?
Yeah.
What about tea?
I thought England was this spicy country. Yeah. It was this crazy spicy country.
I'm not believing any of this shit anymore.
But so we're in Surrey, BC, heavy brown area, fair amount of gang violence. Not
Surrey has a lot of gang violence?
Yeah.
Do you remember any of the names of the gangs? I like to hear gang names.
No, I wasn't involved in any of it. Like, I wasn't close to any of it, but, like, you hear gunshots and, like, there's a lot of stabbings.
But, I mean, I lived in Brampton for 8 months.
Yeah.
And even in my brief passing through Brampton, I familiarized myself with the local gang activity. You have the Tamil Tigers.
Okay.
And you have the Brown Bullets.
Yeah.
And you have another hilarious alliteration. I
don't know. They all like fun names.
Yeah, they're all. I'm not scared at all.
Why were they fun?
These sound like some. Oh, Patrick.
The biggest gang out there would have been the Red Scorpions, which is like a multi-ethnic
in Surrey
gang. Yeah, that does business with like the Hell's Angels and the Triad.
Jesus, their violence transcends race.
Yeah,
which is angry.
Beautiful.
Yeah, exactly.
It's literally made up of another group that was called like the new Immigrant crime faction, and it's sort of basically like a bunch of brown guys, black guys, Asian guys, white guys.
Well, you know what? Good for them, huh?
Just who couldn't get into like
nice?
other established mafias.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
It's big all along the West Coast.
I did meet.
So it's literally like the international clothiers of fucking gang members, huh? What did you say, sorry?
I met a Red Scorpions guy once. I was walking home, and we lived like a little bit away from the transit thing. I was walking home from like a night out in Vancouver, and this guy comes up to me, like sketchy looking dude.
Wait, so Red Scorpions is Surrey, real quick?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, keep going.
And so, maybe it was Black Scorpions. I can't remember. But some scorpions. Okay. Something scorpion.
Let's keep going with Red.
Yeah. We'll say with Red. But he's like, hey, man, can I use your phone? And I was like, He's like, oh, here, hold on to this $5 bill. That's the insurance, and I'll let you use your phone. And I was like 14, so I was like, okay. Which, not a good deal, by the way. I paid $5 deal. Yeah. But then he took my phone, genuinely made a call, and gave it back. And then we were walking the same way. So I just talked to him for a while. I was like, what was that call about? He's like, I was just settling some stuff up. I've been paying my fees to get out of the Red Scorpions, Black Scorpions. He's paying to get out of the Scorpions. And I was like, oh, that's pretty crazy, man. He's like, yeah, see you later. And he just walked up the night. And I was like, oh, this is really close to my house. I don't like this.
Yeah, and then he comes back. He's like, hey, by the way, give me your fucking shoes. Was those 10 and a halves? Yeah. Give me those fucking shoes.
No, my feet
Keep
hurt.
your phone, though.
Yeah.
Keep your fucking phone.
But it was weird. Yeah, it was weird.
That turned out pretty good. That could have went way worse. Yeah. That was the one guy on that. That was one of the outlier guys.
Yeah.
Who was like, had to get, like, he was secretly really good at violin or something, and he couldn't practice. He couldn't practice in front of any of his
because no one
friends.
trusted it. Yeah.
Like, he's in a basement, and he's like a genius. Yeah. You know what I mean? But like, he just can't shine. Yeah. Right? Otherwise,
he's in like the New York Philharmonic right now, just like killing it
with a mask.
Yeah.
That a fake
like,
mustache.
No one can know who I am. Yeah. No one can know who I was.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly. I got all these notes in my heart, but all I do is fight.
And he's like playing this beautiful music, was getting PTSD flashbacks, and just shooting guys in the head.
The streets don't play like me, dude. I was just I run an open mic at this bar called the Whalers in Toronto.
Yeah,
and the owner that
6:30 to 8.
Yeah,
you want to plug this?
No, I'm not even plugging it. The owner of the venue.
Yeah.
This old Jamaican dude, this guy is sick. He's like, it's like a movie character. Imagine any like movie where in a black neighborhood or in a rough neighborhood, there's that business owner who's tough, and he like through tough love, he watches out for the thugs.
Right,
You know what I mean?
for the local community kids.
Exactly.
He's a father to all the fatherless kids. in this
Exactly.
movie.
Yeah. He's like Denzel Washington in any
Sure.
of these movies,
Yeah.
right? And like the best part of it, which I think is so perfect, like his life is like he was a very good basketball player that never was able to realize his full potential.
Right. Oh, that's perfect.
That's
perfect
what I'm
for it.
saying,
Yeah.
right? Because there's a moment where he's running his bar and there's all this gang violence.
Yeah.
And he's going to talk to somebody and a ball rolls and hits his ankle
Yeah.
and he takes the shot from
Right.
way far away. And it goes in and he goes, "Stay out of my fucking bar."
Yeah,
or some
yeah,
shit.
yeah. And then
They're
everyone
like, Jesus,
respects him.
he still got it.
Yeah.
My God, he never realized
Yeah.
his potential. yeah, we know the story, bro.
Yeah, and then that kid, he's like for sure taking some kid under his wing. He's teaching him how to play ball. 'Cause
Yeah.
he can still coach.
But
He
that
can't play
kid's
because-
dad is an alcoholic.
Yeah.
Right?
Oof.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So obviously there's gonna be some domestic
There's
violence,
conflict.
and he's gonna take him in. Hey, I mean, the screenplay can go either way.
Right.
But that shooting scene will definitely happen.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
Where coach gets shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I meant shooting the basketball, but definitely
yeah.
he has to also die. Now that I think about
he has
it,
to die like right before this like showcase game. I don't know
yeah,
basketball.
the
what you would call
catharsis.
it.
Yes,
Yeah.
but the kid that was most at risk of going down the life of gang violence,
Yeah.
or degeneracy kind of thing.
Yeah.
That kid is freed from that path.
Right.
Right, and by losing his life,
Yeah.
that kid gets another opportunity.
And he
in
moves
life.
forward.
It has to be like
This
that.
is beautiful. I'm crying.
Otherwise, it's just
Oh,
dark.
cameras on. I'm not crying.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's full. I'm gonna cut that part right
Yeah.
there and be
Of
like,
me
Amar
lying.
Singh, liar. I'm crying. Oh wait, I'm not.
Never mind. I'm happy.
Yeah, that's the perfect smear campaign.
Yeah.
If you were trying to fucking run for any
Is this a
small
smear
meal.
campaign? Are you just collecting evidence
I'm just
against me?
exactly. Tell me everything you regret.
Amar Singh, vain, liar.
Yeah, exactly. So I do a portion of the show now where you list your regrets.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yes, and your biggest fears.
I
Start with
killed that
regrets,
woman, and I'm
Yeah.
scared of spiders. So
Imagine.
yeah.
What's it called? Going back to the grow up in Surrey. Yeah, also that's another thing. Just from seeing stuff on Facebook and whatnot, you were religious. You had the turban on to begin with, right?
Yeah, I had the turban
so
on
you're
for a while.
Sikh?
Yes.
Your family's Sikh?
Yeah, whole family's Sikh.
And you went from turban to no turban to blonde hair
Yeah.
and back to no buzz cut with bandana.
Yeah.
What a fucking journey.
Yeah, my parents are so sad.
Yeah, they're like,
About
but,
the hair.
but you're studying math to make them happy.
Right. And so they're satisfied with it. I feel like when I still had my hair, there's a lot of resentment because I didn't want it. They wanted it. And then after I cut it, there was like a lot of tension. And then it's
So
fine. That's fine.
the biggest tension is with cutting the hair. It's not taking the turban off.
No, yeah. It's both, I guess. It's just like anything to change the symbol of having the turban on.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is it? Do you got to do like was it a big thing for you to take it off? Like, did you just show up to a family gathering without it, and everybody was like,
Oh no, it was crazy because I
Amar
like.
Singh.
No, I wish they
What a
were that
terrible family.
quiet about it. They were a lot more in my face because what I did is that because it was like a big thing, so I wrote a letter to my parents explaining kind of why I wanted to do it. Because I'm like, I'm gonna.
You wrote
give
a
them
letter.
this.
Did you read it out loud like an intervention?
No, like I sent it to them. Like I emailed this.
Oh, it was
Word
an email.
document to
Okay,
my,
okay,
my
okay.
mom.
Yeah.
So,
So
I
it's
couldn't go
spell check.
back on it. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
okay.
it was proper. It's like misspelled. It's all
Did you save as PDF or did you send them as a doc?
doc.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
So they open it up. They're like, no red marks. this is impressive.
Yeah.
You put some time into
Yeah.
this.
So they're like sad, but also kind of proud. I'll
Yeah.
take
Exactly.
that.
You put some time into this. Yeah.
But they, so I didn't really hear from them about that. And then I just went that same day and I got it cut. And then I liked having it cut. Immediately I was like, oh, this is what I wanted to do. And then my mom, I went to school in Kelowna.
Yeah.
And my parents were in Surrey.
Kelowna is like a very nice area, right?
Yeah.
It's like,
well, it's weird.
Kelowna.
They
Maybe
call,
I'm
they
thinking of
call it
something
Surrey on the lake, colloquially. Because
Okay, so waterfront properties.
yeah,
Ooh.
waterfront properties. So it's a weird mix of like there's like tourists.
A lot of glass walls.
Yeah, a lot of glass walls. You can
Are
see
you
a
thinking
lot.
what I'm thinking? Corona.
What?
Are you bald? Okay. So, dude, yeah, my buddy his dad was looking at properties in
Yeah.
Corona, and he sent me a picture of like the house they were considering buying as like
Yeah.
investment property. Based on that, it looks like it looked like Malibu in BC, man.
It's like
I don't know if it was the area I was
Parts of
looking
it are
at.
beautiful. Actually, the whole city is beautiful, but it's just like the people. some of them are sketchy. There's like a big like drug problem there, a pretty big drug problem. I think meth mostly.
Really? And East Hastings is like the haven for this in Vancouver.
Yeah.
Downtown Vancouver.
Yeah.
But we're now talking about Kelowna. Outside of Vancouver.
Yeah.
How far?
Like 4 hours, 4 hour drive.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Oh, totally different area.
Yeah, so this is like a drug problem. I think it's a lot better now than it used to be, but still like not great. There's a lot of gang activity there as well, and then there's also a lot of tourists, and there's a lot of students, and there's a lot of old people. So it's like this really weird mix of just different groups that totally don't understand each other, all just living in one place.
But isn't Surrey within the greater Vancouver area?
Yeah.
So you were commuting to school? Or you lived
No,
in
I
Kelowna?
lived in Kelowna.
On like a boarding school or what was this?
Oh, it's just university. So it's like living in a
Oh,
house
true.
with my
Okay,
friends,
got you. And what's the university is out there?
UBCO.
Oh, UBCO.
So they make you chant.
UBC with a
They go
campus.
UBC what? And you'd say UBCO, so you know you didn't get into regular UBC.
Yeah,
they know you
exactly.
fucked up and you had to
They're
go
like,
to
if you went to
satellite
UBC, you'd be done chanting by now.
Yeah.
UBC what? Nothing.
campus. Nothing. We're good.
Yeah.
We're
You're
set.
done. Yeah,
I have a better degree.
Yeah, exactly,
And I have
right.
better lab facilities.
Get out of my way.
Yeah. So I cut my hair, and a semester mom comes to pick me up from school, and she sees me. I come out to greet her and like bring some of my stuff down. Immediately she starts crying.
Yeah,
Starts
okay.
crying, and she says, "I thought it was a nightmare that you had cut your hair. I thought it was a horrible dream." And I was like, "All right, 4-hour car ride back home. Let's do this."
Yeah, oh my God.
Did that, get home, dad sees
Was
me.
it silent or was it just like...
Oh, we talked a little bit, but it was mostly quiet.
Yeah.
Get back home, dad sees me immediately yelling.
Yeah.
And then that was sort of the dynamic of seeing every other member of the family where every woman would cry.
Yeah.
They would cry and they'd be so sad. And
Because
every
it's
man,
like you damned your soul, so to speak.
Not
Is that
even
what it- is that- is it
Because
to that
within the
extent?
religion, like that's also part of why I cut my hair. Because like the Sikh religion, a cool one at that, an interesting one. But like the texts, they were written by a lot of people, a lot of different faiths, so they are kind of confusing. So there aren't clear enough reasons for me. Anyway,
What is
to
the
like,
Sikh
yeah.
text?
That's called the Guru Granth Sahib. It's written over like 200-300 years.
Is it Sanskrit?
No, it's in Punjabi, which is
Punjabi,
like
okay.
I guess
Is
close
that old Hindi?
It's newer Hindi. If
Oh,
anything.
is it?
Yeah, it's like I don't want to call it a dialect of Hindi, but they're pretty closely related.
Did you have
like
to memorize
Spanish
it
and
at all
French,
growing
kind of.
up?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I had to
Just like
I
put
don't
on.
keep any of it anymore, and like I'm like trying to learn the language now.
Can you say one line from it right now?
No,
Not even a single
it's
line.
all gone.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
impressive, man. They just went with the hair, huh? Shit, man, that fucking.
Oh
bleach
man,
blonde.
I haven't thought about this in a long time. No, it's pretty much all gone.
So your soul is damned.
My soul
You're
is
done.
damned, yeah.
You are done. Sir.
Yeah. So
Maybe
yeah. Every woman would cry. Every
Yeah.
man would take me aside and like yell at me, and then after that, honestly, we're all a lot closer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Did anybody else? Did your act motivate anybody else to do the same?
It did. My brother did it. My older brother did it.
Oh,
after
no,
me.
your older brother.
Yeah.
God
'Cause
damn.
once I had taken all the
He's like,
heat.
wait, that's an option.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you guys aren't mad at Amar anymore. No?
Yeah.
It's kind of cool now.
Well, yeah. Once everybody had yelled and near beat me,
Yeah.
he was like, "Oh, I guess I can just do this," and then he did.
And now, how's he living? He's just like
He's doing well.
drug addicted somewhere.
Yeah.
It did not go well for him.
He's at the bottom of a gutter.
Yeah, to be honest with you, he should have kept that turban on.
Yeah.
You know,
It was the only
He's
thing
got a lot
keeping
of
him
demons.
together. He is living in a sewer.
He fell apart
Yeah.
alarmingly quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is married to a crocodile, and he's very happy there. I'll give him that, but it's not a good life, you know.
Yeah. Got a great haircut.
Yeah. He looks fly in that sewer. He looks fly.
The only in that religion, is it equivalent to like someone coming out as like being like gay?
No, that's the thing is like that's why I never understood all the yelling because Sikh like pulls a lot from Buddhism and
Yeah.
stuff where it's like the turban really is only meant to be a symbol and the way I understand it that like you're around to help people like
Why is that?
the idea being that like in old India in like the 1500s when religion was starting pretty young religion there's like a lot of fighting all the time
Yeah.
and like the Muslims were taking over India at the time and a lot of Sikh people were getting killed a lot of Hindu people were getting killed.
Ooh, go Muslims.
I saw you sitting on that. Yeah, you guys were doing a good job of taking over India.
Bro, we had the curvy swords, bro.
Yeah.
You can't beat the curvy swords.
And we had straight ones. It was a crazy time.
Yeah, exactly.
But so we were out there. Not me. Me and my boys were out there.
We were out there slaying.
But the idea was supposed to be like, if you were getting attacked or if somebody was coming at you, you were supposed to be able to go to a guy in a turban and he would help you, or a woman in a turban. That was supposed to be the thing. Where I'm like, it's a nice idea, and I think it did work back then. But I'm like, we don't live in that world anymore, so it doesn't really hold for me, you know.
That's why all the convenience store owners have turbans, I guess, right?
Because they're there to help.
Just there to help, right? It's like a turban.
Yeah, this guy will help me. Now it's not. Now it's like, oh, I'll help you get cigarettes or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Can you help?
Yeah.
I'll get Belmonts. I'll get some Belmonts. So we were saying I know for Muslims, the community I was brought up in, there's really not any. There's definitely no openly gay people that in the Arab community that I know. There's definitely there's some people here and there that it's just kind of like a very effeminate whatever, and and then the smart ones dip. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like,
and they go to cities.
Go to cities, go do your thing in cities.
Yeah.
But I can't even imagine what the trajectory would look like. My community in London, Ontario, where I'm from, it's very conservative for the most part. So I don't even know what that coming out would look like.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know how that compares to Sikh culture.
Yeah, I mean, you were joking about it before, but I know there was people whispering about my family not being as good of a family because I had done this.
Yeah, definitely.
And there's a lot of people talking shit. There was no outward attacks on the family or
confrontational.
There's no one really confronting us about it. People were just kind of awkward and weird about it. And I think it would have been an identical reaction to if I had gone to them. Or no, I think if I went to my parents and I said I was gay, they wouldn't care. But I think the community would react in the exact same way. But they wouldn't be confrontational, but they would whisper.
Because gay is that thing where it's you know what I mean?
Where it's even in the Sikh community, which supposedly prides itself on being all accepting, I think there's still a lot of weird ideas that people just have because they're old and they're weird.
So you said a lot of people wrote the
The Guru Granth Sahib, yeah.
What you just said it sounded exactly like what I just said.
Yeah,
you're like, Gurinsak?
The Guru Granth Sahib.
Guru Granth Sahib.
Yeah. So Guru, being a word meaning teacher, and so there were 10 prophets within religion.
10 prophets?
10 prophets. And
each one more holy than the last?
They all became significantly more powerful. By the 10th one, you could shoot fireballs, and it was pretty sick. They could fly.
Just like the Red Hat in Mario?
Yeah. It was pretty exciting. One guy, the raccoon tail, it was a good time. And then the Guru Granth Sahib was supposed to be the 11th prophet.
Okay.
But it just being a book of teachings. But they, all the prophets would write some stuff in the book. And then they'd also pass it to their smart friends, who were people. I think there's a lot of Muslims writing there. There's a lot of Hindu writing in there. I'm just hey, if you can think of something smart philosophically, just put it in the book, and we'll keep all of it. And they kind of did. And so there's a lot of conflicting ideas within it because you have a lot of people, different faiths writing in it. There's just a lot of random stuff, and it is.
So you guys recognize that it was almost put together by a group of scholars, so to speak, or accumulated set of teachings or works.
Yeah,
that is that is a package for an ethos of life.
Sure, and ethos of life to a point. I mean, I don't. That's why I like the religion always, because outside of the hair stuff, and even that's not too heavily put. That's more culturally pushed on.
That's just the first couple chapters.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
And the rest of it is just a lot of I'm not super familiar, but it's a lot of really good philosophy and a lot of just a
bunch of Muslim stabby
ideas.
stuff. If I understand correctly. Yeah, that's just a couple chapters.
Once
you get past the hair and Muslim shit,
Muslims are evil.
It's all peace,
destroy them, destroy their people.
Yeah, it's all about giving and shit. It's good.
Yeah,
dude, that's pretty good. I like that because I like that origin story because the other origin stories are all oh, God wrote this book. You know what I mean? Oh, these are the words of God. You know?
Yeah, we're I like it's
hey,
a little humble.
Yeah, yours is hey, we put some smart people. Yeah, we talked to a couple smart people,
and I think it's good.
They had some short stories and some parables, and I mean, give it a read.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Let me know what you think.
Let me know what you
We're not
think.
gonna be too-
Cover your hair. Don't get haircuts. And kill Muslims.
Yeah. But I mean, this is what it was. Like, this is, I think, ultimately why I left the religion. Because the ideas within the book and the religion's based on are very good. I still hold to a lot of them. But, like...
Religion, for the most part, is like that. 80% of it is overlapping.
Fine. Yeah.
Don't treat people the way you want to be treated.
Yeah.
Don't exploit people.
Yeah.
Don't hurt others.
Which
right?
are just, like, basic rules that we already
20%
kind of had.
that's like a reflection of like aggressive society things of like 2,000 years ago.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
stone the leper or like
Right.
the man who lays with this or whatever, right?
But, like, must be murdered.
Yeah, it's like, you know what I mean?
It's
It's
look,
like,
if you cheat on your wife, you're not a great guy. But, like,
yeah,
don't
it's like,
kill him.
come on, don't kill the dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But with stones, what is this, Iran?
Yeah.
Yo, shout out to my listeners in Iran.
What's up?
Love you guys.
Don't stone us.
Yeah, are you bald?
Yeah.
Okay. Dude, it's so stupid.
Yeah. I am. I'm
No. Dude, how did you're saying that you fucked up so you were studying in Kelowna,
Yeah.
and you're still taking math. You've been in this school game forever.
Yeah, so I did 2 years of biochemistry.
Are you just trying to make your parents proud? Be honest with me.
With the math
They're not
thing?
going to hear this.
Huh?
Yeah, with math.
I don't know anymore. At first it was just that, but now I'm like, I should probably
You can talk to
learn
me, bro. I have an engineering degree. Okay?
that you did just for them.
I know. In my mind, it was for me. But
Right?
It was very
See, here you
much.
go.
It was very much for them, and
Yeah.
it took being an engineer and being in an engineer role to realize, oh, this was never about me at all.
Right.
This was just
Which
about
is-
doing the thing, the good boy thing.
I guess I'm like I'm in between that realization because math.
Do you enjoy math?
Yeah,
Okay.
I can't admit this. I can't admit this to these people, but that I'm a fucking nerd. But I like it. It's relaxing. It's
He's out of
chill.
here, guys. Amar Singh, the fucking nerd. If you see him at any show,
Everyone, bunch
fucking
of
hit
people
him,
come
dude.
out.
Look him at wedgies.
Oh, no.
Wedgies galore. You
Oh,
heard
God.
it here. Amar Singh, fucking
Man, people, they're gonna take this
Nerd.
bandana from
Nerd.
me, and they're gonna dye my hair black again. Oh God, I'm gonna lose everything.
God, I didn't.
All my street cred.
This is a strictly no nerd zone, bro.
I'm gonna get kicked out.
Mind the sign. When,
God,
when
yeah.
did you put that up?
Did you put that up while I was talking?
Smooth, right?
Yeah, fast.
Dude, like, so I took some pretty aggressive math classes.
Yeah.
Math, once you take advanced mathematics, it gets to a point where you don't like it's. Do you see any numbers? You probably haven't seen a number in any of your math problems, or are you just doing proofs at this point? What are you doing?
Yeah, I've done a lot of proofs. I just finished a bunch of differential equation stuff.
Differential equations, they can be applied at the end.
Yeah.
You can like figure it out and then like punch. You can
Yeah,
put in
like,
numbers.
I'm
but
about
proofs
to-
are general solutions.
Yeah.
Those are the fucking worst. That's just
Yeah.
like philosophy of mathematics, you know?
Yeah, which I love that shit.
You love it?
I love it.
Oh, if you love proofs, then
Yeah.
man, you're probably in the right thing, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. I've
What do you
always
think
thought
of
of it like
bitches?
a.
You like proofs? What do you think of bitch?
Yeah. I like them not as much as proofs. Proofs are pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just like we live in a world that lacks order or consistency or safety.
Oh,
It's
shit.
it's a terrible place that we live in, and I love it. It's a good time.
Entropy runs wild, bro.
Sure, but in math, and this is, I think I get why people who study math are like weird socially, because they've retreated into a world where there are rules and there's order and everything makes sense if you
Yes.
just know how to navigate it, and everything will be fine. If you just stay in that world, everything will be fine.
Exactly.
And so it's nice to like do that every now and then and be like, oh, I understand how this world works inside and out.
But that is usually the case. But there's a lot of, with general solutions,
Yeah.
like when you do math and they ask you like, prove that this equals this or that this is not this,
Yeah.
or prove this thing.
Yeah.
At the end, you are left with a solution that can be applied for like the whole system, so
Yeah.
to speak. Those are not satisfying. You gotta give me like,
Oh no, those satisfy me more.
those satisfy you more
Yeah.
because it's like it's all encompassing. I hate
yeah, because
that
I didn't
shit.
just solve this problem. I solved all of these problems.
Yeah, but the problem with the general solution is you never really know that you got it right or wrong. Like with an
'cause
actual
you can't test
problem.
all of them?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
with an actual problem, you can be like, how long did it take for this bullet to hit the ground? Use this differential equation or something.
Yeah.
And then be like, it shot this distance, a second and a half.
Yeah.
I guess kinda, you
Yeah.
know, and like, but like with general proofs, you just got fucking letters and sigmas and shit. And you're
Yeah.
like, this this should cover it all. You know what I mean? Should cover all the scenarios.
Well, I like doing that. I like being like, all right, I did it, and we're good. I'm never going to look at this world again. Like this section of this world, I completed it. It's done.
Dude.
I beat this level in Mario. Good. I don't have to go back to it.
No, then math is probably your way to go. But you've been in comedy now. You've been in quite a bit. I feel like you're going to get this degree, and then...
No, I could never. I'm gonna get the degree, but I could never stay in math. Like
exactly. Yeah,
because that's the thing. I can talk about it all like romantically now
because you have your out. Because you already know your thing.
Because one, I already know what I like, and two, I'm not even in school for the summer. Like I haven't looked at a number in 2 months, and so I've forgotten how fucking annoying it is to actually sit down and do math when you don't understand it. Because when you do, it's great.
Right now, it's just you're thinking about all the good times.
Right, and I'm thinking about numbers and ideas and
raining
theory.
Outside, Kenny G. You're just solving a problem.
Yeah. I'm like writing on like a silver marker on the window.
Yeah,
and I'm like, God, I'm figuring all this stuff out.
Yeah.
And instead of just me 4 a.m, I'm like drunk because I did a set that night and I shouldn't have, and I have all this work due tomorrow. And so I'm like drunk and I'm trying to learn math, and it's easier for some reason. So I'm learning that about myself.
Yeah, right. You're still drawing on a window, but it's just racial slurs now.
yeah.
There's no numbers.
I'm just drawing swastikas and be like, is this what they want here? I don't know.
He really fell off the wagon. I thought he was sober. He was. He was.
Yeah. But then he got real.
Then
he got real. He opened his eyes. Yeah. But it was the only way to do math.
I can't believe, like, you're actually one of the only guys in the scene right now that's actively in, kind of more of like an advanced kind of field, right? But I mean, there's a couple of us that have gone into it and like had a little mini epiphanies and just were like, you know what I mean? Yeah. But you're just kind of like, still doing math.
But I can't, like, this is the immigrant
How
shit,
much time
right?
do you have left?
Like,
the quitting mentality is not an option.
You can't quit, and also it's like maybe it's like a masculinity thing even, but it's like a man has to have a purpose and a skill and value. And I love comedy more than anything, but that doesn't feel like a skill or a value. It feels like a purpose, but it doesn't feel like a skill. In the same way that math does is concrete.
If the apocalypse were to happen,
right.
I really feel like I would rather be a comedian than a math guy.
I mean, that's the apocalypse. What I'm saying is like neither of those are really that useful.
Yeah, but at least I want to...
Math gets useful when you start building again, but not for a while.
They're like, yeah, exactly. All the internet and lights have stopped operating.
Yeah.
Let's accumulate all of the people that have a general understanding of mathematics and sciences,
and we'll see if they can
start working on bringing the grid back up.
No, there's gonna be a guy who's sharpened his teeth and he's got a big spear and he's gonna be eating all the mathematicians because like we don't need them.
Exactly.
And no one's gonna object.
And then I'm gonna be like, put me on a leash and I'll make you laugh. Yeah. He'll be like, all right, this one stays living.
Yeah. I have thought about that before, like that scenario where it's like you're a comedian in an apocalypse world, and I don't think my stuff holds up. I think I like to overwrite a lot.
There are some
comics.
A
lot of weird premises.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely. I'm the same. I'm too cerebral with my shit.
Yeah.
I'll just get killed quick. I would probably get eaten before I even finish a setup.
Yeah,
because
here's what would happen. I would watch the guy who's being kept alive, and he'd be doing some broad racial material. I'd be like, this guy's a hack. And then after I called him a hack, they would kill me because I can't perform because I'm like, do you know what it's like when you get broken up but you feel weird?
They're like, eat him.
Yeah, because I'm boring.
I'm hungry. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I can't live in that world. You know, I need this one to stay.
Math. What would even be your options, so to speak, if you finish the degree? Are you just kind of like whoop out the window, like finished it, high five, everybody, or just kind of like? I mean, are you actually going to humor the idea of being like, let's? What are your options with the math undergrad?
Pure math,
and it's pure math, right?
No, that I'm not doing pure math because this pure math, like you can be an actuarial scientist. But that's where you calculate insurance
life insurance.
Yeah. But that's being replaced by computers pretty rapidly.
Oh, absolutely.
You can teach math.
What isn't? Comedy.
Yeah. Well, they're getting to us.
Comedy.
They're coming.
Yeah.
They're going to figure us out one day or another. But then I'm doing like programming along with it as part of the degree. So I can just do that.
Equip yourself. There you go.
Much easier.
Yeah, that's a smart move. That's definitely the skill to leverage these days. Without a doubt.
Yeah.
I mean, I learned that shit. Did you do MATLAB at all, or you just?
I did MATLAB. Yeah,
hell yeah, bro. I did MATLAB.
Hate MATLAB,
dude. MATLAB,
so boring.
MATLAB's so easy, dude.
Yeah.
But I was and I'll say this, and I think this comes to no surprise. The last many years of my degree,
Yeah.
I was a huge cheater.
Really?
Yes, massive cheater.
You shot?
I went to the University of Waterloo.
You choted?
I choted, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And the University of Waterloo.
Abbas.
Yeah, what are they going to do? Take my degree back?
I think so.
Motherfucker, I already paid for the frame. Try to come take it, all right? It's framed, nigga, all right? Like, what are they going to do, you know?
I genuinely
cheated.
don't know.
Here's the thing. First year...
This is the difference between you and I. I'm so anxious that even the idea of you saying this, I'm like, they're gonna ruin his life. They're gonna take his degree.
What are they going to do? What are
I don't
they gonna do
know.
with my
I don't
degree?
know.
Okay, University of Waterloo, I cheated.
He's joking.
Okay.
He's just joking.
You know all those times
it's a comedy podcast.
You know all those times that I went to the stall. Dude, you know what I used to do in university?
Yeah, what was your move?
Okay, check this out.
Yeah.
So they would always change. Well, here's the thing. Let me just say this first.
Yeah.
First year of university, I did very well.
Yeah.
All right.
Didn't cheat.
I did not cheat at all. I was very studious through high school, but my goal was to get into university.
Yeah.
And like I had never failed anything, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like academically,
Yeah.
right? So I was like, I have no worry in the back of my head of failing.
Yeah.
So but I took that same general gusto into first year.
Right.
But now it's like that purpose of trying to get into university, it's not there anymore. I'm already there.
You already won.
I'm already there. So now my first year, exactly, I already won, so to speak. Now the first year is happening. Now I'm beginning to realize I don't like any of this shit. I'm just good at it.
Yeah.
But in my mind, I must finish it. What am I gonna quit? Like, this is what I'm gonna
here.
get this.
I gotta
I'm
do
gonna,
this
yeah,
shit.
exactly. So I started checking out more and more and more.
Yeah.
So, but with engineering, the way it works is that it's a close knit network of people. So like, there's people that go to every class,
Right.
and take notes.
Yeah. And you.
And then there's people that take those people's notes and take pictures of them.
Right.
And then there's people that take those pictures and put them on Dropbox.
Right.
And then there's people that download all of the uploaded files and write summary notes.
Yeah.
And upload their summary notes on Dropbox. Yeah. And then I come in one day before the exam.
The leech in the system.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I take 27 milligrams of Concerta.
Yeah.
Or whatever the fucking dealer has.
Yeah.
And I download 5 summary notes.
Yeah.
And I just 90% of them are overlapping.
Yeah.
And each one has a 10% little difference.
Right.
Right?
And you just read all of them.
So you memorize that 90% and then know all of the little 10% and you're always good for like at least like an 85. So that's not even cheating.
Yeah.
What we did for cheating is I would compile those study reports.
Yeah.
And I would go to the handicap bathroom of where we're doing the testing.
Yeah.
And I would tape them under the counter of the sink.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's smart.
Yeah. So I would tape all of the notes under
Yeah.
the counter and then I would just go to the bathroom and just fucking
Yeah.
flip through shit. You know what I mean?
It's funny that how hard they try
Waterloo's
and stop.
a very I should also very honor system. It's very academically strong, so they're
Right.
just kind of like, we're not cheating. We're the future of science.
Right.
You know what I mean? Meanwhile, half the fucking kids are cheating. All right,
Everyone's cheating.
Yeah, trust me. You know,
Because like, how are you gonna stop these? You've trained these kids to be so smart, and you're gonna be like, "Don't cheat." It's like, no, the smartest thing for them to do is to cheat in the system that you've created.
exactly.
It's rewarded to cheat. It's better that way. They don't want you to know shit. They want you to pass tests.
Dude, exactly. I
Yeah.
mean, that's what I was going for. I'm like, I don't give a fuck about this. And at that point, I wasn't even thinking. I was like, in my head, I was like, oh, let me finish the degree.
Yeah.
I'm like resenting the school portion of it.
Yeah.
Once I'm working as an engineer, this is gonna be awesome.
Right.
Then I'll get money, and then everything will be great,
Yeah.
right? So I'm just like, let me just get past this shit, right?
Yeah.
So I literally that's the good thing about engineering. But I have friends in business who are like, if you don't come to class, people don't. It's so competitive in a weird way. People are not gonna give you their notes and shit.
No,
like
yeah,
that.
this is like in math too. I don't hang out at school a lot because I'm just like I'm older
Because you're
now.
at the shows.
And I am at the shows. And I'm kind of over
I'm
it.
fucking on the stage.
And I'm just like, I got friends. I don't need to make friends here. I'm okay, you know? So I don't like know a bunch of people, but the people I do know, it's like it's close knit. Everyone stays close together in science. But business people are at each other's throats. It's vicious.
Yeah.
Because they're all fighting. for
Sciences
stuff.
too, same
Yeah.
thing. I mean, sciences, they'll share their stuff a little, but engineering is difficult. It's built so you pass it as a group, so to speak. It's like, it's almost like engineering undergrad is almost like boot camp in a way. It's like you can't make it through yourself. You have to be
rely
with
on
a
other
team.
people.
You have to rely on other people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Except, and then obviously you have the fucking geniuses.
Do you
that are
think
just
that is the hidden lesson of the program, or do you think that's an accident and the program's just really fucking hard?
It's very difficult and it's very like rudimentary in these curriculums. I think
Yeah.
I think if I was fully committed into it, I could have got that degree based on my own merit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I believe that. Yeah.
Yeah, like in first year I did really well.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? When I was really going at it, I'd taken all the studiousness of like high school, and I took that momentum into first year. In my mind, I proved to myself, okay, I can get this degree.
Yeah.
I'm just as smart as these people, so to speak. I can do it on my own. And then I was living on residence.
Yeah.
So I was right there.
Yeah.
And right after first year, I was no longer living on residence.
Right. That changes.
Exactly.
After
so
you're
your
on
attendance
residence,
drops, plummets, right?
Yeah.
But I'm like, I mean, failing is not an option, right?
Yeah.
So at that point, we just started doing that little like Dropbox
Right.
system. That Dropbox system was perfected by fourth year.
Yeah.
By fourth year,
It was perfect.
You did not have to go, dude. By the end of university, I would go to final exams and ask for an exam, and the prof would be like, "Are you in this class?"
Yeah.
Like I would have 0 attendance the whole year, and that was like my goal. Like weirdly, I was like, man, like. You know, like I was like so stupid
how
and
far
in
away can
denial
we get
about
from this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was so in denial about what I wanted to like study.
Right.
That I was like, oh, I'll just have 0 attendance because fuck it, man. Like, and I'll still pass. Just wasting my time and money.
Right. But then you become an engineer. And
Yeah,
then you work as an engineer.
Yeah, and then you realize, oh, this is the worst.
Yeah.
This is just an office job that
Yeah.
pays you $15,000 more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's just like a bump. It's just like a cubicle.
This sucks.
Yeah,
This is bad.
And I had a great job, dude. Like I already talked about it, but I was like a program manager. I'm just emailing and calling all day. I had it great, but I had to be at the office at a certain time. I had to do all this shit at the certain time.
Which is not the dream, you know?
No,
This
I
is
didn't even.
part of
I
it.
thought it was the dream, but
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, you know, just like that fucking balloon burst real quick when I sat in that, you know?
Yeah.
When I got my little laptop and
Yeah, and you're like, this isn't what I wanted.
Yeah.
You know? Or maybe it was, because I don't know, I feel like I always knew I never wanted this. I never wanted school. Because when I was in biochem, like I was trying to be a doctor. That was the plan then.
the whole big surprise.
Yeah. Yeah. This-
Amar Singh from Surrey,
Yeah, trying to be a
BC,
doctor.
trying to be a doctor.
Yeah. And then, but even as a starting, part of me was like, oh, I'm never going to do this.
Yeah.
And even like I'm doing math now, I'm going to get this degree. I'll probably work some years in the field and like, and not that they need the money badly, but I'll send some money to my parents because I think I owe it to them. But then after that, I'm like, I'm not going to keep doing this. I don't love this.
Yeah.
You know?
Make your day, build your day with the shit that you love, you know?
Right? And that's like...
You can do proofs on the side, you know?
Yeah.
You always
yeah,
got
I
that,
know.
right?
It's the thing I get into like with my parents and with the immigrants and stuff where it's like, my mom will be like, your grandparents came to this country on both sides and they worked a lot. They worked very hard to get here so that you could go to school, you get a good degree, do your master's, maybe do your PhD and you get a good job. I'm like, no, I don't think that's why they came here. I don't think that's why we moved. I think we moved here so we could have better lives. And what does a better life look like to you? To me, it looks like I get to do comedy and I get to make art and do all that stuff that makes me happy, you know?
Yeah, no, that's exactly right. That's
And
very
maybe
well
I'm
put.
slapping them in the face by doing that. And I don't know.
But it's the immigrant way to go towards the risk-free, or not risk-free, the most secure path, you know? It's getting that highly specialized, like in the traditional world, getting that highly specialized role.
Yeah.
It's like ultimate job security. Nobody can do this thing. You have a
Right.
PhD, you know what I
Right.
mean? But in reality, you're just screwing yourself nowadays. With
Because
a
now you can
PhD,
only do
you
this
are
one thing.
cornering
Yeah.
the fuck out of yourself.
Yeah.
With a PhD,
Yeah.
you spend 4 years in an undergrad, a year or two in a master's,
Yeah.
and then 3 to 4 years you trying to defend a thesis,
Yeah.
and then like you're a master at this fucking corner of a thing.
Yeah.
You know, fuck
Well,
that.
it's like
I mean, unless you're obsessed with that.
Unless you do really love it, in which case, God love you, go do it. But, you know, you got to have a general knowledge of stuff to be able to interact with the world.
Yeah.
There's just some guy who knows a lot about Hadron Colliders, and good for you. Go work for him, you know?
Go do you. But there are those people, and if it'll, as long as it aligns with your passion,
Yeah.
do you, bro.
Yeah.
Do your fucking thing.
Go be happy.
But yeah, you're right.
We get to do that
The
now.
focus is more on job than it is satisfaction.
Yeah.
The focus is never life satisfaction.
Where it's like,
Ever.
that's not the world.
I've never even
that
heard.
we-
I don't even know those words in Arabic.
Yeah, no one.
Life satisfaction. Like I don't
That
even know
phrase
how to.
doesn't
Yeah,
exist.
exactly. It's all about like, dude. My actual mentality growing up was I don't want to be a doctor, so I guess I'll be an engineer.
Right.
My literal mentality
Yeah.
was that. I literally thought
Yeah.
I had 2 options.
Yeah. I never even
Literally.
thought about, I never even thought about not being a doctor because I'm like, engineering, my dad did that, so I don't want to already do the thing that he
Exactly.
did. So
There you go. Yeah.
Exactly. But like, there's no doctors in the family, so I'll be the
there's
first
no
doctor.
dialogue. It's just like you know what is expected of you, right? And my mom's like, growing up, she'd be like, telling my sisters, you'll be doctors and you'll be engineers.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck? Dude, all my cousins in Sudan have engineering degrees. Yeah. They're all unemployed, dude.
Right.
Everybody in that country is a fucking engineer.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, because it turns out we don't actually need that many engineers.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
Dude, I bet if you know how to play a fucking flute in Sudan, there's a band that needs you, dude. Like, you'd make a killing.
Yeah.
Something.
And that's the other thing now is, like, I kind of expected my parents to, like, I mean, they didn't love the comedy stuff at first. I kind of expected them to, like, hate it, like, not, but they're really supportive. They like it. They like that it's something interesting they can talk about to their friends. I'm the only one in the community, like, doing stuff like this.
Same here.
And then there's like a couple of other friends, like in the community, who are like doing film stuff or like drawing, and it's like, oh, this is something new that we actually didn't have in the community before. That's good to have, you know?
Yeah, there's only there's a handful of people that I came up with that are kind of like in the arts.
Yeah,
and I'm hoping that circle kind of like expands a little bit more.
Yeah,
you know
I think it because if you're talking about like intergenerational wealth and like families and status, like Kennedy shit, like being a fucking notable family, like you need artists. That's part of it.
Is that your end goal?
Huh?
Generational wealth? Is that what you're trying to create?
That's what my dad is working on right now, and I don't.
Dad, what are you working on? Generational wealth
and satellites.
Dinner's ready.
Yeah. It's just like, I don't know. I get like very excited about this because it's just like, it's such a base animalistic goal to be able to pursue, to be like, yeah, we'll be rich and powerful. And that's not what life should be about. But when you think about it, it's like, oh, this is kind of what part of me really wants. It's just for us to be this big, successful family. So like, you know, my grandparents would be like, oh, we did something good. We came here and things are good and everyone's happy. You know?
Were your parents born here?
No. So my mom moved to like Ottawa when she was like 7. My dad moved to Halifax when he was like 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're both born abroad.
They were both born in India. I think my dad.
So you're first generation then?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Yeah.
But I am technically an immigrant to Canada because I was born in the United States.
Yeah.
Thereby fulfilling the prophecy of the show.
Take it easy, you're brown. You don't have to fucking. Yeah. This
I'm
guy's
an
like,
immigrant.
technically, yeah, exactly.
I'm an immigrant.
Look at your skin, bro.
Yeah.
You're good.
Yeah.
Don't worry. You know, the reason I asked is like, I feel like your parents, that zero generation, that's pretty much what I am. I came here when I was 6.
Right.
I feel like, and maybe it's, I used to think that your first generation, so you, the kids, they had you,
Yeah.
so the kids I would have,
Yeah.
they are not gonna be able to observe that same level of hustle because you have to see the before you have to see before first world.
Yeah.
You really have to live before. I thought, but I see that they still were able to instill that same level of shit within you and your first generation.
Yeah.
Because what I've seen a lot of is like, you see a lot of that world, you come here very young, and you like aspire for big things, and you hustle, and you hustle, and you hustle, and you kill it.
Yeah.
And you do your thing, and then you have a family.
Yeah.
And then your kids can never have that level of hustle replicated. You know what I mean? They just don't see it.
Yeah.
Right? There's a lot of people I know, like so many people I know that have had siblings overdose.
Yeah.
They come from extremely rich families.
Right.
You know what I mean? I've seen so much of that where it's like the richer the parents are, the higher the likelihood that one of these kids will OD. They just get into drugs faster. They just like
they have the money, they have access, and it's just like this weird thing of like you have all this pressure on you to do great things, but you also have the factors like, oh, look at my parents, they're these amazing people, I can't live up to them. So
and their hours are tied directly with their success.
Yeah.
So they're not around just being like, let's play volleyball. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're not there like supporting you like that. And then also like you have all this pressure, but there doesn't seem to be any reason for it. Because your parents like, you gotta succeed so we can make it. And you're like, but we're fine.
But we're already good. Yeah,
and so
exactly. Yeah, but you know, you have to do it for you, for your own life purpose. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So your own level of satisfaction. You're like,
and then you're like,
I know I'm in the will. I know I'm in the will.
I'm gonna be fine.
Exactly.
Then you're like going crazy in a mirror, being like, oh, I don't think I have a purpose. And then you're like, well, maybe I'll get high. Maybe that'll be the thing.
Well, what happens is the reality is that if you grow up well off, you're not gonna be in some shitty public school.
Yeah.
You're going to be in a school where your peers are in a similar socioeconomic level for the most part. If you're well off, you know what I mean. There's a lot of parents that'll put their kids in like whatever public school. You're in the fucking pool then,
right?
You know. But like for a lot of people that do well off, they go private school. And then in private school, you're with all the other rich kids who grew up with nannies.
I went to private school for 1 year, right when we moved to Canada.
Yeah, how old were you?
Because I'm like 11.
And kids were probably already doing coke, right?
Yeah, like kids were smoking weed. There were some kids who were for sure doing coke. It was weird. Because like we had moved here because my dad got this really good job, and they ended up not working out. We're doing okay. He's on other shit now, but. And so like we had all this money suddenly, and we were doing okay before, but now we had like money for a second.
Okay,
my dad's like private school. That's
private school, yeah.
But it was like a shitty private school, and we just didn't know.
That's so funny.
And so like all the kids were all so weird.
They were just
like
kind of rich.
They were like kind of rich, and like at the private schools I've been aware of, it's like they have like great sports teams and everything, and like we had no sports. They all fucking sucked. Everyone was dumb, and I'm like, this isn't good. And we went to public school, and immediately it was so much better.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Public school is always, but it's tough for parents to put their. Yeah, Chappelle said that. Well, he said he put one kid in public school, one kid in private school because it's an experiment. I'm like, dude, I would do the eyes thing, and I would do the exact same
what
thing.
What would happen?
Right?
Yeah.
And then the private school kid's more of a thug.
Yeah.
Because now he's the black kid in this private school.
Right.
And like all that pressure of blackness probably falls on him.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like the public kid is fucking humble. He's like, these motherfuckers are real as shit.
Yeah.
I am not. I am wealthy. Yeah.
I can't be hard here.
I just got to make it through here. Jesus. Fuck. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
You know? Dude, we're pretty much running at an hour at this point. I think we will wrap, dude.
Yeah.
Wait, real quick. What were you saying before about the right before we started, you were talking about Kim K.
Oh yeah.
What?
I was just asking if you'd seen that video of Kim Kardashian. It was her Valentine's Day gift from Kanye West. She's on Instagram. She's like showing, she's like taping it, and she walks into her living room. The furniture's been removed. Who knows where it is? And there's just like I think 100 vases with roses in them. In the middle of all these vases, fucking Kenny G hitting the clarinet, hitting it hard.
How does that work? Did he wait for her to hear her on the stairs coming down to was he just
I guess so
playing nonstop until she like
I like to imagine he was there playing for 6 or 7 hours.
Yeah, exactly.
Like he's just been working
There's
on it.
There's 6 bottles of water next to him.
He's so tired.
Yeah, exactly.
3 of them are
Christ,
filled
you
with
slept
pee.
in.
Yeah. He's been there for hours. I don't like, I was saying this before, I don't like that Kenny G and Kanye know each other. Like in this world that I've never discovered. I don't like that they're associated anyway. I want them to be separate. You know?
There's no way they talked. I know what you're talking about. They're associated. Definitely. That can't be denied.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's no way.
No. I think they talked, and I think they talked for a while.
Oh, yeah? Why do you say that?
Well, because Kanye, crazy genius, a musical man, respects people who are good at what they do. Kenny G is the best at what he does, which is smooth clarinet jazz. Undeniably, I think.
Yeah, he's definitely the king of smooth.
Of like
smooth
the specific thing that he's doing that I don't like, but he's great at it. He's so fucking good.
I mean,
and so Kanye's gonna want to talk to him.
He's like Kenny G's pretty much the Drake of clarinet jazz.
Yes, he
just keeps putting out bangers.
Yeah,
you know,
and people keep buying them.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I can't wait for Kenny G to be on a Kanye record. That's my prediction for the next album.
Watch, I wouldn't even be surprised if he did.
Yeah.
Fuck. And I think we'll wrap it up on that point. Do you have anything? Plug all your shit. Plug your Instagrams.
Instagram's at Real Exciting. It's mostly me posting pictures of myself that I look cute in. I want to be a meme account, but I don't have the chops yet. I'm working on it. We'll get there. My Twitter is at MyWifeRight. A lot of tweets about cum. If you like that kind of stuff, come there. It's wild.
See what he just did there? You can't stop this boy.
I'm on fire.
You got any? This thing comes out Wednesday. Do you got any shows you want to plug or anything? You good?
No.
Okay.
I have nothing.
All right. Okay. All right. This guy's killing in the city, by the way. Usually he's everywhere. He doesn't. He has so many dates. He doesn't even know.
Oh wait, no, I do. I have something on Thursday. I have the Kill at Comedy Bar.
There you go. The fucking Kill at Comedy Bar. What time is that?
That is at 9.
Oh my God. Check out his Instagram. I think he probably would plug this stuff.
Yeah, well, it's on my story. Come find me.
And you can find me on all my shit. You know where to find it. Peace.
Bye.